Okay, Reggie. I have Poetik Flakko on the phone, and I wanted to get both of you guys' take on. Obviously, last week, Young Thug did a plea deal in his ongoing case to where he got time served, and I believe it was like 15 years probation. I just wanted to get both of you guys' thoughts and reaction, really, to the deal that he took, and if you think he made the right move.
All right, before I get started, because I'm about to piss Flocko off, because I've been watching him on his channel, and I totally disagree with the bullshit he's been saying. But I just want to say, for those of y'all don't know who Flocko is, this Poetik Flakko from over there at Adam 22, and he over there with my boys at the Exposure, and I call him the baby academics, but I know that ain't cool. But that dude got a great channel, and if y'all are not over there following him, please go over there and check him out on his channel because he does a great job. But anyway, now that I got my nice things out to say to you, go ahead, Flacco, because you know I'm going to attack your ass.
Man, the first thing we have to understand, man, is what type of nigga we dealing with. These ain't the niggas from the 70s, the 60s, the 80s. These ain't the niggas with the structures. These the niggas that don't know how to act. These the niggas who is drug addicts, impulsive, animals, and savages, right? So when we're asking, the young thug, take the right route. Obviously, if we're talking about a normal Negro, right? A nigga like Reggie Wright, a nigga like Poetik Flakko, niggas who know how to act, niggas who know how to fall in line, niggas who know how to follow structure, then obviously, right, you get out, you keep your hand out of business, right? Cool. But if we're talking about a nigga like Young Thug, somebody with the name Young Thug, obviously, bro, Young Thug don't know how to follow structure. So if we're saying that Young Thug gets out of jail and Young Thug has to not throw up any type of gang signs, not say any type of gang terminology, keep the gang stuff out of his phone, do 100 hours of community service, right? Do 4 concerts, per year, right? Stay out of Atlanta for 10 years. Do I feel like Young Thug can follow a strict structure for 15 years and not do anything outside of jaywalking? I don't think so, bro. And here's what I think, and the prosecutors ain't no dummy. They understood what they were doing, right? Like the 20 years backloaded to where if you violate that probation, you go through 20 years. They know what they was doing. They know that niggas like Young Thug can't follow structure. Young Thug is gonna get out, and I guarantee you, within 24 months, Thug is gonna violate and go back to prison for 15 years or 20 years or 25 years, right? And here's why. And here's the exact point where I think Young Thug is going to get tripped up on. Thug first day out, he's on the phone with T.I. And what do you see around T.I.? Now, they're on the movie set. They're supposed to be around niggas who know how to act. But what do you see? Gun signs going off. Bop, 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 bop. Thug hung. Oh, my God. Right? You mean to tell me, bro, that Young Thug being around nothing but rats? That Young Thug is able to have conversations with them, and slime ain't gonna be used, slack ain't gonna be used, YSL ain't gonna be used in that, right? And in those conversations, Thug will have to reprogram himself, bro. And I don't think 2.5 years is gonna reprogram a nigga who's been out here wilding out for 30 years.
You bring up great points, and I would have to. My issue with him is I think he's still a druggie because of what we saw in the courthouse when a nigga that desperate to have somebody slide you drugs right in front of the judge, the jury, and cops, then you do have a drug problem when you're that desperate. But I have also noticed Young Thug have picked up about 50 to 60 pounds since he's been in there. And usually that's when guys pick up weight. Other than me and you, we just drink and eat a lot. But most guys pick up weight when they get off drugs, right? So they give you a sign that maybe he might have kicked that habit after that particular thing happened. Now, I know that those conditions are very, very strict. What I mean by that is, the lyrics in the song, which if I was him, I wouldn't put out anything without the probation or the DA or whoever supervising this conditions released. I know you can blame a lot of stuff on AI, which I'll be blaming. Oh, hey, that was AI. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. But he better do that. I hope he beat the drug thing, or if not, hurry up and put in like OJ did, where he said, fuck Vegas, I'm going to Florida, where he go to a town where you got medical marijuana, because at minimum, he gonna have to be smoking some weed, right? Where he can get a medical marijuana card and be able to at least smoke that. So I get your concerns about that. I know my boy Suge Knight, he couldn't even stay off on a joint suspension. I think he only did, from about the time he finally pled, I think within 2 years they got him on a 9-year tail. And that's what Flakko was alluding to, that I think he got like a joint suspension. It's probably called something different than in Atlanta, but it's basically a joint suspension where it's like, if you fuck up, you don't get to go before a jury. You don't get to go before your peers. You just go before a judge, and they do what we call a PV hearing, which is a probation violation. And what he could go back up to 35 years, Flakko, or 25 years or something like that?
Right. So for example, if he doesn't, if let's say like if he breaks like the probation
violation
in the first year, I think is 20 years backloaded, right?
Yeah.
Or like I think if he completes, let's say this, if he does 2 years clean, then he does 18 years like backloaded, right?
Yeah.
And then if he just like gets done the entire 15 years, and then the 20 years like backloaded is done.
Yeah, so that's a major gamble. Young Thug is going to be the hottest rapper. He's hotter than Drake and Kendrick right now, in my opinion.
No.
He's going to be. He's not yet right now, but when he walks out of that cell and his first album, why the fuck you think Snoop Dogg album did so well? Why you think Tupac album did so well? People love niggas to get out of jail. They love when they get out of jail and beat cases and stuff like that. Young Thug is going to be the hottest act. His album going to be the most anticipated. Fucking Dre and Snoop album, that shit that coming out, which is Booty, is whack. That's the wackest song I ever heard. Don't know what the fuck y'all was thinking about. But when his album come out, he killing all that anticipation. All of it.
No, listen. Probably in your time, when being stand up, right? When the public was brainwashed, right? When hip hop fans were brainwashed and put under this psyop that somebody going to jail for killing somebody's brother, uncle, daddy, and coming out after not telling who did it and giving the family justice. Probably when the psyop that was what a real one was, right?
Yeah.
In the 90s, that's when, they would have probably...
So you think y'all look up more to the Little Woodies and the 6ix9ines than the Tupacs and the Snoops? You saying that's what y'all hear like more?
I'm saying, right? Yo, in 2024, hip-hop fans ain't under that psyop anymore. We now understand the stand-up ones are the ones who go to that courtroom, hit that stand, after eating some cheddar puffs and a Diet Coke and let them white folks know who the nigga was that killed somebody's daddy, brothers, and uncles. I'm saying, bruh, hey, listen, it's no coincidence, right, that Gunna got out and he became hotter.
Yeah.
It's no coincidence that Gunna and Young Thug, because again, we forgot now, Gunna and Young Thug dropped an album a week apart. One album is platinum and one album ain't even gold yet. Why?
Because Gunna got out. Because Gunna got out. Like I said, Thug getting out, he gonna, man, you watch. I'm gonna bring you back on this show when his first album drop.
Hey, question, right?
Okay.
So look, does this sound like somebody who's reformed? Real plea deal, Jack. When? Let's drop one of these rap Peter. Now, when is Lil Baby? So Young Thug tweeted, when, Lil Baby, let's drop one on these rats, Peter. Does that sound like a reformed Negro who's about to stay out of trouble and streets?
Yeah, I agree that he need to get with somebody and they need to go and talk to that probation officer and find out what can we do, what we can't do, because this is how we make money and this is how we talk shit. I do hope somebody's smart enough. I hear my boy Wack 100 said he has a manager that's good in the game, a female manager. I hope she's still got enough control, or there's someone in his life that he respects enough, because they need to go down there and talk to that probation officer. I do agree with you on that, and find out what they can and can't do.
Listen, quiet as kept, Hey, listen, I ain't trying to put out the exact names, right? Because people love to call me a snitch, yo.
Yeah.
Bruh, quiet as kept, yo. Young Thug was trying to call him from prison. Right? So, like, Thug ain't learned a goddamn thing, right? So, like, bro, if Young Thug was bold enough to try to call some hits in prison, what do you feel like Thug is about to do right now? We're talking about, hey, yo, let's drop one on these rap Peter. You think that song is what about to be about like how like he left his mom, his kids, he's out, he's free, he's reformed, he's a Christian now? No, bro, it's about to be.
Well, and I'm not saying he should do that. I'm not saying he should do that. I just think, well, I know, and y'all jumped on my butt when I heard something. I even heard an interview you did recently where he said he can't promote YSL. And I was like, that's what I was saying. He got to change his name. The nigga, how can you not say YSL is the label that pays, man, or whatever? You know, I know I took that from Death Row, but I'm just saying, how he can't even promote his label? He got to change that name if he can't even say that word. And that's all I was saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, too, though, I'll be real. What I've been hearing is, so if you know, there's this guy called David Quinn. Now, David Quinn is a very famous, detective, right? He was on First 48 for a lot of years. He's very credible, very credible.
Okay.
Now, David Quinn has been going around saying, hey, back in the day, it was off record. Sub was just a young, dumb nigga, around the way. We was trying to solve a homicide. We pulled Thug into the back of our squad car, you feel me? And got something off the record that led us to be on the right track to solve a murder. So I'm saying, bruh,
Poetik.
Thug getting out, and it's going to be peaches and roses now.
Poetik. People know, anybody that's over here on Bomb First know that I say all these niggas get down at one time. I can't tell a story. So they all have gotten down one time. I was talking about what you're doing right now when the spotlight is on you. I don't think he'll be able to